Good afternoon. Welcome back to CBUS Super Stadium. Day 2 of the Australian Police Rugby League Championships about to get underway. We're starting off with the women's State of Origin match. First off, New South Wales versus Queensland. Oh, that gets the hairs on the back of my neck standing up, just saying it. Joining me in the commentary box for all the action of Day 2, Jim Jumbo Doyle. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon, Mike. God, I'm excited, mate. It's Origin Day. Origin Day. Yesterday, just a little entree. And today we get the main course. Queensland and New South Wales, leaving everything out there. Cannot wait.
And back with us for all the action on Day 2 once more. Down on the sideline, running the whole show all by himself pretty much. Tony Silky Chandler. You there, Tony?
Yeah, good afternoon, boys. And thanks very much for having me down here again. It is a gorgeous sunny day, 19 degrees, feels like 25. It is going to be some hot footy, both on the field with the tackles and the weather as well. But yesterday, lads, we had the battle of the Knicks, and today we have the battles on the field of the Kirstens. 14 Kirsten Everett for Queensland versus 14 Kirsty Sant from New South Wales. So keep an eye on that battle, lads. Back to you.
Absolutely. We'll cross back to Silky very shortly once the game gets underway. We're just awaiting kick-off. So it's going to be Queensland to kick off, New South Wales running left to right on your screen. But I think anyone tuning in probably knows that already. The friends and family are in. They've taken their seat in the stands on the near side of the ground. They're excited for this one. Time is on. Let's get excited. First game, Day 2, underway. Plenty of cracking rugby league action coming your way as we see the first hit up from New South Wales, bouncing off one of the defenders, letting their intentions known early, Taryn Godfrey. So Jumbo, New South Wales, Queensland, they don't like each other when it comes to rugby league.
No, we got a turnover there, Mike. So Queensland is going to have the ball. No, we genuinely, we don't like New South Welshmen, men or women, when it comes to Origin football. We can put our differences aside in other parts of the year, but this means a lot to Queenslanders, and they continue to say that New South Wales don't get it. And Mike, that it continues here in Police Rugby League. They don't get it. They don't get it. Us Queenslanders, we live and die on the back of this maroon jersey, and today will be no different.
And we're seeing Queensland off the back of that turnover with an early attacking opportunity. They're on the New South Wales 20 early. A couple of tackles left up their sleeve. Kingdom servicing the back line out to the right. Brought down 15 out. Could we see some early points from Queensland? They went down yesterday, 14 points to 10 to the affiliated sides. This is their last chance now today, right here, right now, get that win on the board, and boy, would it be good for them to get it against New South Wales. Kingdom grubbers into the in-goal looking for someone. It might beat them all. Oh, they're claiming it here. No, touch judge says it's gone dead, and it'll come back to the 20 for a restart for New South Wales. Silky, what's the atmosphere like on the sideline of the crowd getting into it early? We saw during the girls' game yesterday they were quite vocal behind their girls, the friends and family and teammates of the players.
Well, not much has changed down here, Mike. You got the Queensland, the bench is screaming out to the girls on the field, and the supporters behind them as well. But if anything, the New South Wales side is a touch quiet, so perhaps Queensland can use that to their advantage early on.
Strong run there from Taylor Parmiter.
Mike, I tried to slip a message into the Queensland sheds earlier, just like sometimes a self-nominated motivator of the Queenslanders, and I think they need to focus on that. Yesterday's gone. Tomorrow may never come, and it's all about today for them, making the most of today. And it looks like where the possession's been so far, they are doing just that.
Well, another error there early from New South Wales. It was, pretty horrific pass that went along the ground and bounced up. Well, it was just too hard for Gregory to take there. Not her fault on that one. So Queensland will feed the scrum through Kingdom on the New South Wales 40. Anderson sends it out to Sykes. Sykes with a bit of footwork. Can't beat the defenders. Dragged down 5 in from touch, 32 out. They go back towards centre field. Piccinelli slammed into the grass heavily.
I think the Queenslanders are going to be better off for the run yesterday, Mike. They were rusty early and missed the jump. affiliated states sort of got up to that, I think it was a 10-point lead there, and Queensland had to claw their way back into the game. But I think they're going to be better for that run. And in particular, Kirsten Everett there earned herself a starting spot after a very impressive second half of footy yesterday. And Silky and I spoke last night at dinner. She probably got our 3 points in the player vote with probably only half a game of football on the field.
Kingdom grubbering to that same spot once more. New South Wales fullbacks back there and making some metres. Almost makes a clean break. Good kick return. That'll help motivate the side, give them a little boost they need after defending that set of 6 against Queensland deep in their own territory. Yeah, you make a good point there, Jumbo. They've had the run under their belts. They were a little the slower side out of the blocks against the affiliated teams yesterday. But full credit to them when, they were under the pump, facing that bit of scoreboard pressure. The clock was ticking down. They stuck to their processes and, as you said, clawed their way into the game and came home with a wet sail, finished the better of the two teams, almost scored that match-winning try in the corner. Wasn't to be, but they can certainly hold their heads high the way they performed yesterday. So Sykes returns the kick. She's already showed us in the first few sets how fleet of foot she is. Stepping left, stepping right. She can do it both ways. Ackworth dragged down her run from dummy half, halted immediately. They need to call on some runners here, Queensland. It's all from dummy half at the moment.
There's some experience in this Queensland pack, Mike. Some of these girls, Georgia Gray's a current BMD.
Oh, shot.
Whack.
North's Devils player.
Silky, did you feel that one?
Oh, my ribs I saw. But here comes Kirst to rebounds.
And then Ayla Avari, she's played in the BMD as well for the Mackay Cutters. So there's going to be some experience out there for Queensland today, and some fitness that will probably go well into the second half and be needed. Oh, we've got a Hemi.
Oh, there's their sniper has taken care of, who is it, Silky? It's
the 18
Little
there.
John.
Yeah, I think Little John might have some hamstring issue there for sure. We saw how she went down. It's never good when you see a player go down without any contact around her. And she is very uncomfortable.
Doesn't look in a good way. She's a constable up there at Yarrabah up in the north. I don't think she planned on taking back an injury at all.
This was, I was almost going to get to this point before we spoke about how Queensland had the run under their belt, but the one of the cons to that is having the run under your belt. You've done more work than the opposition. You've played that game already. Quick turnaround, only less than 24 hours recovery. As we see Little John chaired off to the applause of the crowd. Hopefully nothing too serious. Always a bit worrying when it's a hamstring and they grab at it up high, right under the glute there. Those are the worst ones. Take a bit longer to recover from, but
boys, I think you're absolutely right. With Queensland having that run yesterday, they have definitely started stronger today. And even Teresa Anderson, she got hooked towards the back end of that game yesterday, and she wasn't happy about coming off, but she started strong.
So Queensland made some positional changes. I see Katia Whitford there going onto the left edge, and I think that must have been the wing that Holly was on, or she's in the centres there on the left, Silky. But yeah, if you keep us up to date on the interchanges, I'd be interested to see how the Blues react to this possession Queensland have had.
Well, and the possession, that comes out the back, and that'll be a penalty. The possession again this set, now as we're about to go into the next one off the back of the penalty, that's the third straight set Queensland got possession from a New South Wales error. Again, it's just like that area between the New South Wales 30 and 40 is like the Bermuda Triangle for those girls at the moment. They just can't hold the ball.
You might have seen then when that penalty was given, Steph Hancock there just calming things down. Like, we talk about experience in rugby league. There'd be no more experienced police officer that's ever played rugby league probably than Steph Hancock. And I think her plan today is she's got a sore body, but I think she's going to try and use her voice and her experience to try and steer these girls around.
McCracken, strong run. Pratton with a bit of footwork, goes lateral. Dragged down eventually by Taylor Parmeter. Ooh, was that a juggle dummy half? Referee says play on. And a penalty for the high shot in the end on
Take that.
Alana Finiasa, so they'll get another go with it, Queensland.
Again, the experience of Steph just taking the ball, slowing it down. New South Wales will be starting to fatigue a little bit here with this pressure Queensland continue to build.
So first hit up, Hancock puts the hand up herself, attracts many a defender. If you're just tuning in for the first time for the girls' match, 30-minute halves to play out this afternoon. Show and go from Anderson. Gets the offload away. Everett. Oh, it's come loose. That's as close as you can get without scoring.
Almost over. Oh. Touchy's coming in, earned his pay.
Because the referee signalled, what did he? I think he signalled double knock on it. Looked at him just as he signalled the second knock on. So it'll be a double New South Wales ball on the 10.
It's all Queensland. We one kick has gone past the half. I think Queensland setting up camp in this Blues end of the field, and they're going to need some points. Yeah, it wasn't a high-scoring game yesterday, but today with this dry track, I think we're going to see a few more tries.
Oh my goodness, they've done it again. New South Wales coughed it up once more. They've still yet to have a run inside the Queensland half of the field, and now they're going to have to defend another set of 6. Look at the Queensland back line setting up out to the left, but they go to Ackworth, putting herself in position just to the right of the post, about 6 out from the New South Wales line. Hancock steps left, big dummy. Again, drawing the attention of 3 or 4 defenders. Kingdom, Anderson, they rushed out of the line. I think it was Emma Wawel. Got her quickly. They play it quickly though, Queensland. Here's a chance. Sykes with the cutout ball for Piccanelli. Oh, what a pass.
Guilty.
Nice try. That's not her first try. She knows how to get over. That's a great move from Queensland there, and just had the patience, listened to the experience of Steph Hancock there, and they've managed to get themselves back in the game with 4 points and take the lead.
Silky, do you reckon they watched the tape from yesterday? That was the pass they needed right at the end of the game yesterday. That was beautiful, right on the chest.
Mike, I can tell you that the girls did watch their replay yesterday, and that was definitely spoken about, just finishing a little bit more cleanly, a little bit more precise, and look at that pass. That is an absolute peach.
Yeah, it is, Silky. We talked yesterday, there's a few of the passes, sort of players having a stop catch behind them. The ball just wasn't out in front into the breadbasket, but Queensland have obviously watched the video, made some changes, and just sort of considered putting the ball out in front, and that was a great example of how to create an overlap with some crisp pill passing.
We're seeing 2 absolutely different types of footy here at the moment as Kingdom lines up the shot. It's just going to go to the left of the upright. It's got plenty on it, no goal. So the score remains 4-0, 11 and a half gone in the first half as we watch the replay. I'll hold my point for a second. I want to see this beautiful pass there. That's how you do it, kids, if you're watching at home. Lovely stuff. But yeah, we're seeing 2 different types of footy at the moment. Just some real error-riddled attack from New South Wales. They can't get into their groove at the moment. And Queensland, well, showing how to put the polish on a few repeat sets there. And they go back into their half with the 4 points in the bag. So we get restarted once more. Oh, this is a chance of going into touch if someone doesn't get onto it. They let it bounce. Perfect little kick into that little pocket of open pasture. And another penalty for Queensland.
The Blues will not be enjoying this penalty count. It'll be taking them back to game 2, State of Origin.
I wondered how long it'd be until we brought up the Origin series this year, and I'm glad it's
sorry, Jumbo. This kick for touch hasn't gone over the line yet. Oh, they need it. Well, that was... don't tell me she put her foot out when she picked it up.
I think, Mike, as she's picked it up, she's planted that left foot to explode off it and just put it over touch.
Or the touch judge just wanted to get himself into the game.
That's your roommate, isn't it, Jumbo?
Ex-roommate.
Wow, that ball just went along the tightrope the whole way along. Went about 40 metres from the boot, along the touchline, didn't go out. And unfortunately, the chaser, so I was so busy watching the ball, I didn't see who it was that picked it up, but put the big toe on the sideline. That's all it takes.
Good charge there by the Queensland front rower there, Paige White. Received some info earlier. She's a pretty successful power lifter, Paige. Really a lot of strength, and there's a couple of the lads in the men's side that have been outshone by her in the gym on numerous occasions.
Here she goes now with a solid run, just as you said that, Jumbo. Kingdom this time, the show and pass, but the pass goes to ground out the back, scooped up by Cantrell, who didn't have many options after cleaning up the scraps back there. Albury. So they're sharing the workload around at the moment, Queensland, as Albury gets tackled. 20 out from the New South Wales line on the last. They're going to go to the short side. Kingdom again grubbering to pretty much similar piece of turf. Doesn't make it to the in goal this time. And first penalty, I think that is, for New South Wales this afternoon. It was a high shot, and boy, will that help coming out of their own 10.
And that's their number 5, Rani Payne, making up for putting a foot out of touch there with a solid hit up to draw a penalty.
Overnight, boys, I had a bit of a thought shower about the call yesterday, and I'm going to introduce something new today. We're going to have the SMS text line. So if you are listening at work, at home, having a sickie, whatever it might be, and want to feed through some information to us, just text your story or your shout out through to 131 Queenslander, and we'll give it the air it deserves.
Well, you can also chuck a comment on the comment section of the Facebook stream going live on the Australian Police Rugby League Facebook page as well. We'll try and get to those if we can, as New South Wales now looking to get inside the Queensland half for the first time. They go to the boot. That's a long kick as well, but it sits up. That took a Queensland bounce for Sykes back there. Oh, the footwork, Sykes!
Go!
The big right footer. Wow.
Gee, she played well yesterday too, and I think she's played herself into the starting fullback position today, which is well deserved, and I can see why.
Oh, that is a high shot. So I reckon a bit of feeling just starting to creep into this one now, Silky.
Oh, mate, I'm starting to get goosebumps. Every time there's a penalty blown or a hard hit up, it just gives you that feeling. This is what State of Origin's all about, tough, hard footy, and it's good to see the girls are going at it.
Absolutely. No love lost between the two states on the rugby league field. So Anderson brings it back to get us restarted. The kick for touch, sending them 5 in New South Wales territory. Oh, what a run there, Paige White. Boy, oh boy.
Good metres.
Yes, that's a solid 12 metres on that run. Plays it for Pratton. Pratton gives it off to Finiasa. Finiasa across field, shut down.
Well, we do have our first text messages come in, Mike, and it's in relation to Finiasa, the Queensland fullback. Apparently, the relation and granddaughter of QPS Rugby League legend Barry Nonna played many a carnival. So, yeah, it looks that the love of rugby league's filtering through the family.
Let me see, Sykes got that right to left pass working a peach this afternoon. Fran Wilson angles back. Always tough taking that run from the sideline. That'll be the 5th and last tackle now. Kick from Finiasa. A low wobbly one gives the New South Wales defenders some trouble. Eventually cleaned up at the back there. I think it was
Almost again.
Joss Haddad cleaning that one up out the back. It went through a few sets of players.
Yeah, the New South Wales girls don't want to do anything too fancy here. You want us to build some pressure, 4 big rucks, kick chase. They want to get out of here. They start playing the game in the other end, or else it's going to be a tough day in this heat.
Yeah, they need to play for field position. It's very easy to think, okay, we're 4-0 behind and we're struggling to get out of our own half, but it's no point throwing the game plan out the window and conceding more points. There's still another half of footy to come and still 12 minutes left in the first half of this one. You tuned into the New South Wales Police Rugby League women versus the Queensland women's side on the Australian Police Rugby League Championships. Thank you for your company this afternoon. Remember, the men's game coming up after this one as well. We want to give big thanks to all our supporters and sponsors at the NRL, ASICS, Kia CrimSafe, and TNM Management. We really appreciate all your support. And speaking of support, friends and family, we got the men's team watching on down there on the near side as well, the New South Wales men's side. I bumped into their state ambassador, big Paul Sirinen, big Ciro, former Balmain Tigers legend. Boy, he still looks like he could go round, Ciro. I wouldn't want to face him.
I saw him as well down in the tunnel there earlier, and yeah, he's still got some presence about him.
Was he blocking it?
Well, I turned him in the other way, but they did say that he'd be willing to have a chat with us later on. So we might get a bit of an insight from him as to how his involvement's going and what he's able to add to Police Rugby League, which I'm sure we might see a bit of that in the New South Wales game plan today.
As Paige White earns her side a penalty. So, oh, there's a good tackle. Solid stuff from New South Wales on Finiasa. It was Gabby Suckling, the New South Wales halfback, who's yet to see much ball. Another penalty. We're going to have, I think we're going to get the, is it the unofficial warning here? Because the penalties are going off the charts at the moment.
Yeah, that did look high. Yeah, there was some a little earlier that were probably just as high, but anyway, referees decided to blow the whistle in favour of Queensland. We had a bit of a head knock there, but I think she's up and about.
So Sykes will kick for touch on the near side. She should just pass it over the way she's firing those right to left bullets at the moment.
Yeah, she's really stamping her authority on this game. Sykes out of fullback, having brilliant impact, whether it's off her foot, right foot, left foot, doesn't matter, or whether she's given that offload. She's just been really dynamic and really crucial to Queensland's good start.
Yeah, she's been the standout at the moment, along with Brooke mentioned to Brooke Kingdom as well. She's been building pressure on that right side attack for Queensland at the end of those other sets as well, so that shouldn't go unnoticed either. We'll see what they can produce this time. Now on the 20, Finiasa gives it to Anderson. Anderson inside ball, Pratton. Defence. Again, they're doing it all in threes, the New South Wales defence. Leaving no stone unturned. Queensland forced to go around them for that first try. Kingdom, show and go. Sykes chiming in on the right-hand side this time. Beats the first defender. Gets a pass away. Big shot into touch.
Defense.
Was it high?
Cracking hit.
I think we've got a bit of trouble here. Might be a high shot.
Yeah, referee's called time off, and he's going to call the player
out.
out.
Sometimes just a good shot, it just looks bad, but it doesn't necessarily mean it is. Sometimes it's just a rugby league tackle.
It was
Really?
It snuck up a shoulder-ish.
Is it a send-off?
In the same token, you're defending the line, you're playing for your state. Like, I'm not saying that I'm a New South Wales supporter by any stretch of the imagination, but
that's not worth
when you're playing for your state and the game's on the line, you need to put those shots on. And like you said, Jumbo, it's not worthy of 10.
No, disagree with the referee there. No, if I was New South Wales, it'd be filthy. But anyway, Queensland need to make the most of this possession. We keep talking about it, but it is only 4-0.
So Queensland, New South Wales now with 12, with one in the bin. Oh, here we go, straight through, crashing over. Queensland straight off the tap. That 12-player disadvantage showing immediately. And Queensland, they double their score, taking full advantage of the extra player. 8-0.
Yeah, well, nothing special really here. Just setting up, hard running, a bit of a plan here, and just that's what you'd call just an origin try.
Yeah, Jessica McCracken, she saw the line, and look, New South Wales, 12 players or not, I think they were guilty of ball watching there. They didn't move up off the line where they should have. Just a couple more steps could have prevented that. A couple of them rushed up, but then the quick footwork, and then there was no one backing up there, and McCracken just got rid of Duncan like she wasn't there. As we alluded to yesterday, when you're that close to the line and you see the white stripe, you suddenly get a burst of adrenaline. No one's going to take that try off you.
Yeah, I mean, yesterday we didn't really get such an insight as to the go-forward Queensland have got, but today it's been exceptional. Both front rowers, and then we've come to the bench and you got that sort of running coming off a tap. That was an excellent piece of footy and determination. Makes me proud of the front row club.
Well, the kick at goal goes across the face, so the score remains 8-0. We've got 6.5 minutes remaining in the first half. Silky, what's the talk like? Could you hear the talk behind the posts there from where you are on the New South Wales side? Were they quiet or getting into each other?
Well, look, to be honest, I haven't heard much chat from New South Wales. That was from the first whistle. There hasn't been much talk in attack. There hasn't been much talk in defence, whereas on the other side of the coin, you've got the Queenslanders. They are just yapping. Most of that's led by Steph Hancock, who's playing more of an influential role with her voice. But with the Queenslanders crossing for that 4-pointer, massive sense of relief from the bench. There's smiles all around down here, and now they're looking to get another 4-pointer when this kicks off.
I scored a try like that once in an Origin, Mike, against the Blues down at Newcastle, and it felt like that try McCracken just scored then, but when I went back and watched the video, I was actually about a metre out. But it felt like that 12-metre run there that Jessica had, and I just hope her story's somewhere around the 25 to 30-metre mark when she tells it. And my advice would be don't go back to the video, just remember it, how it is scorched to your own retinas.
I've been to a few local football clubs, and you hear the old boys telling their stories of the great 60-metre try they scored. I think that try, the metres on the try go up with age.
There's nothing like a bit of mayo.
So Queensland, the back end of their set. It's an important one for New South Wales. They need to win the field position. It's last tackle now. If they can take this kick in a good area. There's good kick pressure on Sykes, forced to step back off the left, still gets a big hoof on it, taken nicely by Maddie Duncan.
Silk, any update on the injury down there to Holly
Steph
Littlejohn?
Hancock just goes bang and rattles my back teeth.
I think they might have head clashed here, Hancock and Duncan.
We can get a replay of that, hopefully. That's nearly worth getting your phone out and recording this.
So Duncan took the mark, did well there. Eyes only for the ball, charges back. She might bounce off the first couple here and then bang, there it is, face to face. Hopefully all the teeth are still in place. It was a strong hit. Hancock almost stood there like it was an inconvenience to her. So Duncan's going to come from the field. She's in the hands of the trainers, though. So hopefully nothing too serious there. And
a bit of claret, I think. Silky, you might see it as you come through. But, yeah, that's, I mean, everyone comes here to have a bit of fun, but no one really wants to head home with any stitches.
No, but we've got the paramedics here for the 3 days throughout, doing a fantastic job. They were kept pretty busy yesterday. Nothing overly serious, but big thanks to the team helping the players over the 3 days as we see New South Wales plop it out the back. Now, this, I think, it's taken 26.5 minutes for them to get into the Queensland half. They've finally made it in there. What can they come up with off the back of it? Well, they get a penalty as well, so that'll help.
That might square things up. I don't have the stats right in front of me here, Mike, but Queensland have been getting the rub of the green here, so we may see New South Wales first set where they start to pitch a tent down in the red zone.
I've got an injury update for Holly Littlejohn, boys. I just had a quick chat to her. And like we saw, no one around her when she went down, so she's felt it go. She's saying her hemi's gone, so we will not see her return today.
Thanks for that, Silky. That's a shame. Like I said, you come here to have a bit of fun and play a bit of footy, but yeah, no one really intends to head home with any injuries that are going to take some time for recovery, so we wish her the best.
Cheeky little run there from Gabby Suckling. Had the defence at 6s and 7s for a moment there. Big heaving offload there from Gardner. Just hooked it around the corner. Found its mark. New South Wales 3 metres out. They trail by 8. We're about 2.5 minutes from half-time. Suckling pushed back.
Queenslanders weren't falling for that dummy.
No, they were eyes only for Suckling that time after the first run. So they continue on. Left-hand side, it's going through the hands. Grubber from Haddad, it's in goal. Who's going to get there? It's going to beat them all.
Too many wheat bix on that one.
Yeah, I don't know. Was it the play? You know, the 3 girls outside her, but it wasn't. It was a fair kick, but.
I'm going to back the decision. I think, look, there was definitely open pastures back there. It just needed to take a left-hand bounce, not a right one. And
they did lead the chase, the Blues. I'll give that to them.
Yeah, they were the first ones on scene, but the Ball winning that race this time. So Queensland might, I'm not sure if they'll give New South Wales another use of the ball here. We've got 80 seconds left in this first half.
It's been a good half of footy. Queensland have had all the ball, and maybe probably would think they should be a little bit further ahead, I would think.
Well, with the one-player advantage at the moment, Kingdom inside ball there for Everett.
She's hit hard.
We'll have to get Silky to suss out at what time. Was it Schumark that got binned? At what time she's coming back on later, but that should be early in the second half, if my math is correct, and it certainly wasn't at any point yesterday. Sykes end-over-end kick. Bounces up nicely there for Payne.
I think the difference in Queensland's game from yesterday would be the completion rates, Mike. Like, we're getting to a kick a lot more. Like I said, maybe that's the advantage of having played that game yesterday and ironing out a few nervous jitters and player familiarisation.
Yeah, 100%. If the New South Wales side watching from the other side of the field, and I guess the AST side, if they're watching on from somewhere as well, it's a perfect demonstration what you say, that the completions, and look how far they've gone in the first half today compared to yesterday, where they had to do it all from behind on the scoreboard. But that'll be all she wrote for the first half here at CBUS Super Stadium for the clash between New South Wales women's and the Queensland women's police sides. I reckon we've got a pretty good second half coming up, so make sure you grab a quick drink and whatever you're consuming this afternoon. We're going to take a quick break ourselves.
Send an email to make it look like you're working.
Yeah,
Yep.
do something, and if you need the rest of the day off, just tell the boss we said you need it too. Anyway, we're going to take that short break, and we'll be back very shortly. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to CBUS Super Stadium for the second half action between the New South Wales Police Rugby League women's sides and the Queensland women's side as well. They lead the way 8-0 after, I guess you could call a dominant first half. New South Wales, well, their footy in the first 30 was riddled with errors, so they would have no doubt had a good chat about that one. We'll go down to Silky on the sidelines very shortly. But worth also noting, New South Wales, one player short after one of their girls went to the sin bin. So they'll be kicking off, running right to left on your screen. And don't forget, plenty more action coming up this afternoon from CBUS Super Stadium. We've got the men's game at 3 p.m, so make sure you're tuned in for that one as well. Joining me in the commentary box for all the action up here, Jumbo. Jumbo was just saying the errors from New South Wales were probably the main focal point that they would have been chatting about at halftime.
Yeah, well, they weren't really helped by the referee either. I think there was some calls there that could have gone either way. But anyway, we can't control that, neither can they. And they've got to play what's in front of them. But let's hope we get a close game Origin footy with only... What do we got? 30 minutes to go.
As we get back underway, and we've got Silky on the sidelines once more. Silky, did you find out for us when New South Wales get their 13th player back?
Yeah, boys, I did. So it was Eden Stoddard that got marched for 10 there for her high shot over in the corner, and she'll be coming back on in the next 30 seconds or so. She only had 1 minute to serve, so we should be seeing her around the 31st minute mark. She'll be back out there.
Well, Mike, on my way back up from downstairs, I crossed the New South Wales girls, come back through the tunnel, and they were just talking about be patient, take your time, deep breaths. So they're not, they're certainly not, there's not panic stations.
No, plenty of time on the clock, 30 minutes to go. 30-minute halves, just if you're not aware and you're joining us for the first time on the women's coverage, as Emma Sykes puts one of those floaters up and gets a horrible bounce for the New South Wales girls as well. Brooke Walker having to go back to her own 10 to pick it up for a strong run back. Makes 15 metres of it, so they'll start their set 25 out. They only got roughly 5 or 6 tackles inside the Queensland half in the first half.
Good chase there, I thought. Mike, she might have copped a bit of a head knock there, Fran Wilson. She's a dual rep, Australian Rugby League and Union for Fran, which is good to see. She can find the time to play both games, and obviously she's pretty handy at them as well.
And Stoddard back on, boys. 13 on 13 again.
So New South Wales back to their full complement and back inside the Queensland half again. It's going to go to the boot of Joss Haddad. Fielded by Queensland. Defence rushes up. Was that Ackworth returning the ball? Sorry, no, it was McCracken, the try scorer in the first half. Look at New South Wales. Boy, they've come out in this second half with lots more vigour in defence.
Yeah, line speed, definite change from the first 30.
Well, definitely would have been a talking point at half-time as we see Georgia Gray, was it, slammed into the turf, the winger coming in for a carry and getting told where to go by the defence. The line speed would have no doubt been a focal point during the New South Wales half-time chat as well. That second try coming from their lack of line speed when defending their own line. And they're looking to make amends second half.
Just a little bit of an insight in today's experience for the girls, Mike. So the Australian Police Rugby League Committee, obviously, error there.
Spilled by McHugh, so it's going to be a handover to Queensland, and that error.
Yeah, booked the facilities out for the 3 days of the games, and so the players are getting the full experience, the sheds, the warm-up rooms. There's media rooms, there's recovery rooms. It's unbelievable. It's something that the girls deserve, and I hope it sets a standard going forward that this is where we're at going forward with our Women's Police Rugby League, because it's been a good spectacle, and as you've seen by some of these hits, they're not here to muck around.
Yeah, absolutely professional setup for the girls here, and big thanks to everybody here at the stadium, the ground staff and everybody involved, even ourselves. You know, we've been looked after so well so far. Still got another day of action to come tomorrow, but we're having an absolute ball watching the rugby league action unfold in front of us as we see that pass there from Sykes.
6 again.
Yeah, slapped down by one of the New South Wales defenders. So the tackle count will restart. Worth noting, no penalty set restarts for the Australian Police Rugby League Championships. Penalties only. Oh, that pass Anderson to Anderson herself. No.
That's one of those 50-50 calls that maybe some of the Blues supporters watching might be a bit dirty about. That could have been a knock on pretty easy there.
I'm not sure if you heard the crowd behind me. They were not in agreement with that call from the ref.
Crowd getting very vocal into this one, and New South Wales will need plenty of support. Need plenty of backing from friends and family in the crowd. They trail by 8. There's a good tackle on Everett. Stopping her charge. Brooke Kingdom gives it to her. Oh, it's Emma Sykes there. Long. Look at that right to left pass again. Straight onto the boot of Fran Wilson. She might have saw something there. It gets a good bounce. Oh, it goes over the line. I thought McCracken, she was sniffing out her second of the match. That bounce just needed to stay in a little bit longer. But boy, that rugby league ball today taking some real Queensland bounces.
Might be the field. Is it just a little bit, I don't know, harder than normal? But yeah, there has been some rotten bounces out there.
It is quite a fast track here at CBUS Super Stadium. There's really not much grass to speak of out there. It's, I mean, always nice plush surface. The grasses that they can grow up here on the Gold Coast. I've seen it here, and the Gold Coast Suns ground as well. With different weather climates, you can afford to have that nice carpet-like grass without any worries of overnight frosts or whatnot damaging it. But anyway, I'm not a greenskeeper. I'm fair gibbering about grasses.
Well, there is. I mean, this is a police scam of rugby league, but the grounds lady down there, she is like the ground police or grass police. we stepped off the Astro there onto the turf just before the game, and yeah, she managed to give us 2 little tune-ups.
Oh, the ball to Duncan goes over her right shoulder to ground, so that'll be a knock on. Boy, I tell you what, they haven't had many opportunities inside the Queensland 20, the New South Wales side, but when they have, they've looked likely. They're really putting on some good attacking raids. Silky, you've got a nice eye-level view of the action down there.
Yeah, Mike, it's fantastic down here. And let's not forget that these players, as well as the affiliated states girls and the men's teams, they're all playing for a spot in the Australian team, which is travelling to New Zealand at the end of October. I believe they're playing at Rotorua, and like they're giving it their best. They're leaving nothing out there, as we see.
It's Brooke Kingdom.
Kingdom coming off with a ankle injury she doesn't seem overly impressed with.
Yes.
But, they're playing also, if you notice their jerseys, there's a black armband on there. We can touch on that in a moment, but that's for Jay Nataro, so his rego number on their jerseys, and they're playing for that as well, the Queenslanders.
Yeah, I'll come back to you about the black armbands shortly, Silky, but yeah, worth noting for viewers at home, Brooke Kingdom, the Queensland 5'8", she's come from the field. She's been instrumental in their playmaking this afternoon. That's going to be a big loss. It looks like she's favouring her left ankle, so it might be a right lower leg or right ankle issue. But we'll get Silky onto that one a bit later as Queensland struggle to get out of their own 10 and an error. Tell us a bit more about the black armbands, Silky, if you're not busy with the Brooke Kingdom injury.
Yeah, like they're in honour of Jay Nataro, who was obviously huge in the Queensland Police Rugby League scene and the Australian Police Championships as well. Well respected, well liked, and as part of the kit, they've got the black armbands embroidered on the side with Jay's rego number.
Yeah, nice touch and good to see. So New South Wales back onto the attack here. They go straight through. Stoddard's over the line and she's grounded it. Oh, she did it all herself just about there at the end. Drew plenty of defenders and they still couldn't stop her. That's determination. That's what New South Wales needed. They now trail by 4. Kick to come.
I got marked on my sheet here too that Stoddard, when I was speaking to the the New South Wales coach. Stoddard was flagged as one of their more attacking players and someone to watch out for, and she's definitely proven that with that run there.
It's a bit of a Jamie Chapman lookalike there, the Titans, New South Wales and Australian winger. And that was a great run. Just pumps the legs. I thought for all money there she might have been held up, but she's found the turf. She's pretty happy about it. New South Wales are back in this game.
I was getting some Robbie O'Davis vibes there, running that angle. Was it 97 grand final where he wrong-footed them all, ran that angle, went over for the line? I think Robbie O was untouched on the day, but Stoddard, that was a fantastic run. Just showed it. Again, ball out in front, making it look like she was going to pass it off to the outside player, and held on to it and jumped in herself. So a vital 4-pointer. Again, Queensland without Brooke Kingdom for the rest of the match, it would seem, but hopefully she's okay. I think Silky's down there getting the word on it now.
Yeah, I'll just get back to you about that, boys.
It's the stream today, Mike, probably heavily watched by some of the New South Wales women's family and friends. I would just wouldn't been able to travel up here and get to the game, so we thank them for tuning in and putting up with our dribble. And yeah, if anyone wants a shout out, put us on the back of the feed, or like we got the new number set up, the 131 Queenslander text line. It'll be open today. Tell us what you're feeling, what you want to do, what you want us to say.
So taking the kick for New South Wales, it's Joss Haddad. She's keeping a very tight angle here. We've got 20 minutes remaining in the second half. Queensland, narrow 4-point lead. Haddad moves in, strikes it. That's a pretty good kick, straight over. What a shot. Absolutely nailed it.
Silky, was that a toe poke? Did you see the kick there? I think he's getting an injury update.
He's busy with Kingdom. So 8-6 now. We have a 2-point ball game on our hands. Thanks to that lovely kick there from Haddad. Let's go down sideline, Silky.
Yeah, mate, just having a quick chat with Kingdom. She's all smiles and grins. She just shook it off, said there's nothing too bad. Getting a layer or two of tape applied there, and she'll be injected back out in there shortly. So, but also I got approached by one of the Queensland men's camp, and they've just given me a bit of an insight, a bit of a heads up that Tom Caldwell's probably not going to take the field. He's failed the fitness test for the men's team, which plays next, so we're not going to see young Tommy out there.
Oh, that's unfortunate. We put a line through Tom Caldwell's name for the
next
game.
Late
Scratching at the barriers. Oh, poor Tommy. Well, hopefully the deductions aren't too much for Queensland. Silky, there's a comment here on the feed. If you get the chance and the referee's close by, they want you to just lift his shirt up and just check it's not maroon in under the dark grey or black there, if that's okay. There's some concern about his allegiance.
Well, without even lifting their shirt up, I can tell you that they're wearing blue, so I'm not...
All right, well, that dispels the rumour.
I'm not confident that they have maroon under there.
Okay. And also, I don't want you to get stitched up for a common assault there or anything that could be worse by lifting a referee's shirt unannounced.
It could be my first and last gig at CBUS.
Emma Sykes returning the kick that went deep down into Queensland territory. I thought she might have been getting bundled into touch there. Stays in. Queensland having to bring it out of the pocket now. New South Wales starting to gain a bit of ascendancy in this one. 12 minutes gone. Second half. 18 to go. There's a strong run, and still going is Piccinelli. She scored the first try of the match. Now motivating her side off the back of that big run. That's exactly
Smart
what
scoot
they
there
need.
by Anderson.
Yeah, big meters needed.
She's really lifted this game, boys, Anderson.
So Queensland on the fourth now.
Is Tonya Bradford there hitting up Silky out there in the 19?
Strong tackle there from Sant. And Gardner, last tackle. This time it's a little bit of a torpedo kick from Sykes.
Gets a bounce.
Oh, look at this. This could be 40-20 stuff, is it? It's going to just stay in. Oh, and the foot's gone out for sure there.
Again.
We saw it in the first half, and it's happened again.
Sykes is absolutely carving up there, dominating with the runs back. Her kicking game is fantastic. It's almost Andrew Johns like the kicking game. It's fantastic.
Yeah, she's got every type of kick in her repertoire this afternoon. We've seen the torpedoes, the floaters, the end over ends, just absolutely everything. Kicking masterclass.
Can't rugby league change? You know, like 40 seconds ago, Queensland camped down on their line, defending for the game, and now you're 8 metres out with Steph Hancock, ball in hand, and about 1 million years rugby league experience.
Almost got the offload away too, Hancock. She was looking for it. Pause for drama.
I think the ref might have been asking for an autograph.
They continue on, Queensland. Inside the New South Wales 10. They lead by 2. Here's a big chance. That arm's free and over. Grounded. They've done it, Queensland.
Beauty.
Wow, and hasn't that changed? Like Jumbo said, we were camped down, Queensland camped down inside their own 30, unable to get free, and then a great kick. A really unfortunate error, putting that foot out over the sideline leads to a try. How quickly can the game turn?
Alana Finiasa, look at this for determination. She was getting pushed back and then came again, got that arm free. Looked absolutely no hope for a minute there. And then that pure determination got her over the line. Now we see the left mitt free, grounds it. Unbelievable effort. That could be the difference this afternoon. Important kick to come. Queensland lead 12-6.
Yeah, great bit of individual brilliance there. That's a try with determination if you've ever seen one, and nothing like putting gas back in your lungs. With some points on the board in what's probably going to be a tight game. So the Queenslanders probably get a lift out of this. The Blues behind the post there, looking to regather. They seem to have found their way in this second half, but, still time on the clock, another 15 minutes. I don't think that's going to be the last points we're going to see today, gents.
And we just had Arkworth being injected back in alongside Kingdom. She's back on. She's got that ankle strapped up, and she's ready to rock and roll.
And Silky, there also seems to be a trio of Blues getting ready to head out there as well. I think we've got Godfrey with a card in hand. Possibly Gregory as well. So the Blues going to inject some fresh legs with only 15 minutes to go.
Yeah, I think fatigue is definitely starting to set in, especially when you first hit out. You always get that little bit of a stinger in the heat too. It's quite warm down here at ground level.
Sykes to take it beyond a converted try. Lovely kick. Oh, nails it. Sykes putting her hand up for the Player of the Match award, methinks.
Yeah, she's got my three.
Yeah. That kicking game.
And that really could prove the difference. The pressure build off the back of the kicking game this afternoon. It's just been elite. So New South Wales, they need answers. As we said before, each time they've come down into Queensland territory, they've looked very likely, but they've got to get there first. This set in defence could be crucial as Brooke Kingdom marks the ball. She's back on the field, that right ankle heavily strapped.
Looks like she's gone the old school ankle strap and just straight over the boot and the sock. Don't let the swelling start. Just tuck it in there and compress it.
Well, that's it. You've only got, 15 minutes of your tournament left. You can deal with the swelling after the game with a few beers. So they're on their own 40 now, Queensland. Anderson opts outside. The defence rushes up. They were ready to shut down that play and the run from Isla Avari. Finiasa, the try scorer, trying to sneak down the New South Wales right defence. Here we go to the boot once more underneath it.
It's a try scorer there, another good run, yeah.
I just feel like that play has to go through the hands a couple more times. Yeah, they'll set out in the back line. Kick maybe not the right option there, and especially not to such a damaging player in Stoddard.
And I don't want to be too critical, Silky, but it does sometimes when Queensland are going for the kick, it seems like no one is aware that that's the option, just whether they get the old blue or green call out there so you know it's heading downtown and where it's going to go.
So we've got time off. Switch of players there as we see Elphinstone in the 11 come on for New South Wales. And again, Queensland, they've got that job. They're doing the job in attack, but they need to do it in defence now. Still New South Wales making 10, 12 metres per run at the moment.
Yeah, Elphinstone just on there for Lingard, who's come off with a little split above her eyebrow.
seen a few splits over the course of the first, 2.5 games so far. It's been a bit of a theme as Duncan cuts through. Duncan through to the corner. Was it Stoddard?
Stoddard, another bit of individual brilliance. That's twice now she's made the most of some open space down on that Queensland edge, and doesn't really help her kicker here, but she does get New South Wales back into the game.
And I'm no selector, Jumbo, or Mike, but you got Stoddard really putting her hand up, really showing that she's lethal in attack, along with Sykes as well. They're both really vying for an Australian spot, I think.
Yeah, it's a shame we don't have the full stats here of the girls' previous carnivals and experience in New South Wales, but yeah, I'm guessing that she's played a bit of rugby league in the past.
She won't like that I tried to give her try off to Duncan for a moment there.
You're off a Christmas list.
But very importantly for New South Wales, that brings them back to within 4 points. And we've got just under 11 minutes left. Important kick now from Joss Haddad, but boy, she's in pretty much similar spot to the one she nailed the first time. So she's had a good look at it already.
Silky, if that's your edge, you played a bit of centre in your day and fullback. If that's your right edge there in your Queensland, you've just conceded 2 tries. What's the message in behind the post there? How are you trying to resolve that and fix it in the next 11 minutes?
Oh, mate, if it's me out there defending, I'm probably hooking myself.
You're the problem.
I'm the problem. No, look, I think they just got to trust in each other there. You could see the winger pointing in the inside and putting some trust in the opposite centre there to make that tackle. But I think they just got to continue to toil away and just trust in each other and really sort of try and muscle up in defence a bit there.
Yeah. I mean, the positive out of that for Queensland is that the chase was there. The girls had, just come from the other end of the field. But, yeah, they've got to get back in this game. It's definitely been more end-to-end this second half. It's New South Wales have really evened up the possession.
And I think the message out of the sheds for New South Wales at half-time was that they just had to muscle up in defence and show a little bit of resilience, and that's exactly what they've brought out to the table this second half.
So we approach the final 9 minutes. The Queensland and New South Wales.
There's a message here on the feed from Penrith Police Rugby League, and the message is to the coaches, which we don't have a direct line, but it's get Mary Takao on and get the ball to Eden Lingard. She will do the rest. Well, Silky, maybe you can help him out there, because that does sound like a plan that may have worked in the past.
Yeah, absolutely, but I'm quite happy not to pass that message on till full time.
So Mary Takao in the 21. I hope I pronounced that right. I probably haven't.
And Lingard was in 11, I think.
Okay. No, she's in the
12. Sorry,
yep.
She went off with a split.
Yeah, okay. So maybe that plan can't be hatched.
It looks like the next change for New South Wales might be Marita Shoulders in the 15. She's on the sideline with the interchange card in hand. As New South Wales, again, find themselves encroaching on Queensland territory and doing it strongly as well. They're 30 out from the Queensland line on the last tackle again. They're going to go back to the well on this left-hand side, and Stoddard, the double try scorer, she doesn't want to run behind her own player, manages to get an offload away. They put in a grubber. That was not played at, says the referee, so it'll be play on still the last. Ooh, that's a big call. Was it played at by that Queensland defender?
There's almost an escort there. By the New South Wales player.
Jumbo, for those listening at home, like you mentioned escort there, can you just sort of explain what an escort play is? You've been overseas, the Philippines or somewhere?
My mic's not working.
Singapore, I think it was Singapore.
Queensland. Outside their own 20 now. Finiasa chiming in at dummy half. Now, still not out of trouble here, Queensland. The run from Gray, shut down, 25 out. New South Wales, there's a strong tackle, just as I was about to say. They seem to be playing with a bit more wind in their sails at the moment, bit more upbeat, bit more of a higher tempo, both in attack and defence.
Getting good numbers in the tackles here, New South Wales. Slow enough to play the ball down.
One up from Queensland is not working. They need to get away from that.
Gone to the boot.
Sykes again with another one of those floaters and another good bounce. She's been giving him all sorts of pain with that boot of hers today. Brooke Walker.
Good meters there from Walker.
Yeah, good kick return. She's had a few of those today, making 15, 20 off the kick returns. Without her, they'd have been in all sorts. New South Wales, as they find themselves just short of halfway on the second. Juggle. Look at Hancock up there
Dominant
quickly to shut that one down. Only 2 metres made off that play. That was the inspiration they needed. And she's certainly one of their inspirational leaders, Steph Hancock. Dummy half scurry now from Sant. Gives it off. That right side attack hasn't seen much of the ball in this half of the field. Last tackle.
Stoddard screaming for it.
Yeah, will they try that favoured left-hand side again? They do. The kick. Look at Stoddard chiming through. It's going to be too deep for her. It's going to be too deep for everybody.
That is lucky there for Queensland.
Very lucky. Jeez, that ball had to bounce back. Pretty sure I know who would have got it.
Yeah, Stoddard was absolutely screaming through, looking for that hat-trick.
And her opposite centre there in Piccanelli, she's not like a pushover, so that just shows the class of Stoddard.
No, Piccanelli was probably one of the standouts for Queensland in yesterday's match.
He certainly was. Well, yes, just over 5 minutes left to go on the clock. Queensland just need to be smart here.
Oh, there's nothing Sykes can't do. Kicking, stepping, and taking a hit up off the tap.
Sykes really putting her hand up for an Australian jersey today. Oh, there's a strong tackle that ends in a bit of a ragdoll on another of the try scorers, McCracken. Look at that bit of footwork there from Pratton.
She's played well. Been very consistent over the last 2 days, Pratton. Bit of a meter eater, and she's not shy of the hard work through the guts.
McCracken, charging run. And Marita's shoulders just got down low and said, if you're going to run at me, here's my shoulder. And she went barreling over the top of it. Albury this time.
Like, boys, we talked yesterday about gambling responsibly. And the three of us not punters at all, but there's a bit of a chat here. Someone's saying that they've got a 20 on Teddy for a hat-trick. I'm guessing that person might have got the 3 or more try-scorer multi on her before in Stoddard. So, yeah, she's only got a few minutes to go if she is to collect.
So Piccanelli unable to make that catch. Almost had it. She looked like she had it in the bread basket before dragging it into the ground. So that'll be a knock-on. New South Wales will be in a hurry to get on with this as we go inside the final 4 minutes of the match. Still one more game to come for New South Wales tomorrow against the affiliated states.
Strong run there.
Strong run, but no one backing up for the offload in support. They're all hanging back, waiting for the next play. Brooke Walker. Walker pumping the legs. Good ball and all tackle there from Everett, preventing the offload on that occasion.
I'll be getting this ball on this left edge. I think that Queensland winger will be hoping it's going the other way. Here we go.
So up over halfway. That's a high shot and a penalty.
Quick tap. No. Sent back. Well, this will make things a bit interesting. We had 3 minutes left to go. A penalty, 40 out. And an attacking weapon in this New South Wales side that's already scored 2 tries in Eden Stoddard.
Shoulders. So New South Wales.
Some nerves in the Queensland camp, I think.
Absolutely. Nerves in both camps. There's a strong run. Is it Carter? Right up the centre of the field. On the attack, New South Wales, and making plenty of metres towards that try line. Brooke Walker. Good legs tackle on the far side of the ground. Shuts down the play. We're under 2.5 minutes left.
Queensland not moving up together there. Just A and B defenders just holding back. Not ideal.
So they're set in position. Do they go for a left-hand side backline movement? They do. It's a grubber in the back there, but it's been picked up by one of the Queenslanders, but knocked on.
Yeah.
Knocked on. So New South Wales will get another use of it.
Yeah, have to agree with that call there from the referee. It was spot on and very unfortunate for the Queenslanders, but also that they didn't get the ball out here to this dangerous Stoddard, who's absolutely killing it.
Yeah, there's some doubters there earlier with this referee, but he's come up trumps for the Blues there, and I think he was right, and it was a little too obvious. That was certainly a bobble and a knock-on.
Tell you what, if they're looking for something on the left-hand side, it might come from McHugh. Every time Stoddard gets the ball, it's all eyes for her. If she can drag in some defenders and find McHugh outside.
Fran Wilson in there, very good tackle. Oh!
Oh, here we go over the line and got it down. New South Wales have scored. They've snatched the try. With about just over a minute to go, and they could be kicking for the win.
Have they Queensland?
I think they absolutely have Queensland there. That was a brilliant play from the Blues and some sustained pressure. They didn't panic. They built up nicely and converted that into some points.
Well, we got a Queensland player down in the ruck there, which they're showing some concern for. I hope she's all right. But the try scorer there, that's like an unconventional method of getting through and over the line. But that is a very good piece of play.
Yeah, it's Kirsty Sant with the ball right out in front of her. Yeah.
So she should be. That'll be something she'll never forget.
I think it might be Teresa Anderson there that's with the trainer at the moment.
It's unfortunate. Teresa, a veteran player of the Queensland team, but the old cliche. Full credit to the New South Wales Blues here for getting themselves back in the game. Their motto at half-time was not to panic, and, well, they seem to have put a plan into attack, put the pieces together, and might be going to steal this one.
Well, the full-time siren goes in the background.
Is there any more pressure than this kick?
Nah, this is something I don't want any part of this.
Your props are out. You're bringing your kicker on.
You're not letting your props kick this one. Yeah. This, like, my knees would be rattling. You'd be thinking about all the times you could have trained and practiced.
Joss Haddad moves in, strikes it. She's put it through. They've got the win. They've snatched it at the end. Queensland, another heartbreaking loss. That's 2 in 2 days.
The Blues are pumped.
Oh, you got to feel for Queensland a bit there.
You do, but God, that's a good fight back. That's a keep fighting, never give up spirit there. And yeah, well done to the Blues. I got my own blood, but that was a good effort there. Their backs are against the wall, and they had no possession in the first half. They've managed to find something in this second half and get on top of a Queensland side that has put in a big effort today.
And with that victory for New South Wales, that sets up their clash tomorrow against the affiliated states. Both sides going into that match tomorrow with 1 win apiece. So they'll be basically playing for the 2-win bragging rights tomorrow. So that sets up an interesting clash. But Queensland, they went ever so close in yesterday's game, falling just short on that final pass. And then today, they looked large and in charge in that first half. Couldn't hang on in the second. And they've dropped that one after the siren. But full credit to New South Wales. They hung in there. They did it with 12 at one point. And a well-fought, well-deserved win this afternoon here at CBUS Stadium.
What a good game of footy too, boys. At ground level here, it's been an absolute privilege to call this game with these girls. They've been whacking each other and playing really with their heart on their sleeves and showing what it means to play in state of origin for their states. So full credit to them. The Queensland girls down here, ground level, they're devastated. And rightly so. It's something that we take, and it's hugely. It's an honour to play for Queensland, and they play with such pride. So, but that's to take nothing away from New South Wales girls. They were absolutely fantastic. They hung in there, and they played a really good brand of footy.
Yeah, thanks for your help today, Silky. Thanks, Mike, and thanks to those that tuned in. I hope you enjoyed a little bit of humour here and a bit of amateur rugby league calling, but we did our best. And yeah, thanks again, and we'll be back for the men's game at 3 p.m.
Yeah, the good news for the Queensland supporters out there, still plenty more to come in the Australian Police Rugby League Championships today. 3 p.m, we've got the Queensland men's and the New South Wales men's sides going at it. We're absolutely looking forward to that clash. We're going to take a brief break for now. Be sure to join us at 3 p.m. Until then, it is bye for now.
We're just waiting for you guys to be done.